My fellow Americans, what the fuck's going on? The last two podcasts been kind of shitty. I don't know why. I wasn't a big fan of them. I didn't post them. I didn't do shit with them. I just let them ride, just so that the algorithm keeps it picked up. But if I'm being honest, I haven't been in the best of moods. It's been gloomy as shit outside. All right, but it's nice outside today. So we're gonna get the fuck out there. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna fucking have a good time. All right. I'm gonna run. I went to the gym. Adam's trying to get me to go to town. I'm not sure if I want to. I kind of do, but also it's like worth the gas, worth the money, worth my time, worth driving my truck that far. Trying to evaluate everything over impulsivity. Where yeah, I'm just gonna go because I just go all the time, and I've been there all last week. What the fuck do I want to go there for again? That's where my homies live at, or at least Adam. That's where my sister, my brother-in-law live at. My dad. That's why I go to fucking town so much. Because what else am I supposed to fucking do? But also, it's a lot of money. But also, I spent a lot of money drinking. I was just being stupid. I had to take a break again because I was going hard. I always go so hard. I don't know. The key to turn it off is not in my head when it comes to drinking. I'll start fucking drinking like one, and then I'll fucking by the end of the week I'm at like six drink, and they're reds, so they're like 8% tall boys. So it's like, goddamn, I'm drinking a lot of these a day, and I'm just chilling. I just start chilling because I don't know, dude. There ain't shit else to do around here. Trying to keep everything in order, so I keep going to the gym. I did a leg day this morning. I took a break. I won't lie. I took a break from running, but now I'm gonna get back into it. I mean, and it's not really like my cardio's gone down a shit ton because I could still run the same distance, the same time, but I got to get back into doing it consistently because that's what's going to keep weight off. And I kind of gained like 10 pounds. I've said that before, just because I eat a lot and I stopped doing cardio. And cardio is like the main form of shit you want to do if you want to stay lean. And I don't want to be like a puffy fucking jacked guy. I'm trying to be a lean motherfucker. So I got to put in a lot of effort and a lot of work to fucking maintain that. Even though I eat like dog shit and drink a lot sometimes, I like to maintain a lean physique year round. And this is probably the biggest I've been in a while, to be honest. Because I'm like 200, 210. But a lot of it's muscle also because my consistent weight was like 180, 190. So really, I haven't gained that much weight. It's just kind of a wintertime bulk situation. But I don't like that. I don't want to fuck bulking. I'll stay the same weight and same consistency. I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to get fat. I don't want to be fat, dude. Fuck all that. Being fat scares the shit out of me. I don't know what it is, but I'd rather starve and not eat for the rest of my life than be fat. I don't want to be fat. Fuck that. It just causes so much brain fog and more problems than you want to deal with, to be honest. It's like, fuck all that, dude. I've tried. I've been down that road. Being fat fucking sucks. That's why I look at like I don't look at fat people as disgusting or anything like that now. Although sometimes people do get so big, it's like, what the fuck is that? But I'm not looking at it as like a out of a judgmental type of way. I more feel bad for the type of motherfuckers like that because Jesus fucking Christ. Like, do you not realize what you're doing to yourself and how complicated and crooked it's gonna get? You know, because when you're that big, it affects everything. It affects your brain. It affects your body. It affects how your heart's moving, all your organs. It affects everything. So if you're fat and or overweight, you're not going to do very well in life because you're already at a disadvantage. But you can fix that's a disadvantage everybody can fix. If you put in enough work and enough effort, you don't have to be fat. Like that's just And I'm being real here. Like, I ain't trying to fat shame nobody or talk shit like that. I'm just saying being fat's a major disadvantage. There's a lot of disadvantages out there. Being stupid, being fat, uh, being ugly. It depends on if you're a guy or a girl, to be 100% honest, because girls got makeup and shit. Like, you guys can fucking put on all kinds of weird shit. If we're ugly, we're just ugly. Like, that's it. There's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about it. I guess a lot of motherfuckers going trans and starting to wear makeup anyway, but I ain't about to put no makeup on. I ain't that type of nigga. So if I'm ugly, I'm just ugly. That's just how it counts, dude. And that goes for every guy out there, to be honest, that doesn't fucking do weird shit like wearing makeup. But girls, they have a advantage where they could. There's a lot of shit out there that can help them fucking look better. Fucking prop their tits up, fucking put weird shit on their face, all kinds of different shit, dude. It's a weird thing. Social media is fucking what's the words? It's made it more prevalent to where women feel the need to doctor themselves up or use filters or do this or do that. And I think it's gonna put everybody at a major disadvantage, to be honest, because then we get a false idea of what women are, and they're getting a false idea of who they're supposed to be. Because why the fuck do people got to put makeup on all the time? I get some people use the excuse or say, "Oh, I do it for me," but not really. Like, I guess it's a confidence booster in a way, but are you really doing it for yourself? Because if you're doing something for yourself, you should need to change your physical appearance. And I suppose that it's kind of the same as being fat or being in shape. I suppose you get a confidence boost from that, but that's still from people seeing you because you're gonna be taking your shirt off or swimming in the water or doing this or doing that, and you don't want to look disgusting. And that's just how my brain looks at it. And so I suppose makeup's the same way, but a lot of women have changed it from just helping themselves to just trying to look good for everybody. I feel like that's just where our culture's at right now. It's not like just women specifically. It's just our whole culture has and it's fantasizes about looking good for everybody else. Well, what's this person gonna think, or what's that person gonna think? And really, that doesn't fucking matter. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit what everybody else thinks? But we get caught in a certain mindset because it's monkey shit. It's kind of monkey shit because if you got fucking extradited from the tribe, you'd be fucked up. You'd be fucked. We still live in the woods and shit. If the tribe's like, yeah, no, we need to get rid of this motherfucker because he's not towing the line. He's not doing a good job. So if you get sent out, people will die out there. If you're fucking fighting bears and tigers and you got to fight for your own food and find water and build a shelter, it takes a lot more hands than just one set to fucking be able to do something like that. And so people who feel the need to fall in line and look good for everybody else. And it's like, nobody gives a shit because it doesn't make you feel good to look like everybody else. We're supposed to be here to celebrate our uniqueness and our differences and all the things that make us human. And so if we're out here, oh, everybody's the same, we all do the same shit, buy a house, get married, do this and do that, we're kind of not unique in any sort of way. We're not our own version of what a human could be. So it's kind of pointless to do that because why the fuck do you want to be like everybody else? No, nobody's happy. Our mental health has never been worse in this fucking country. And people are out here like, nah, I think I want to look like Paul over there who fucking hates his life and hates his wife and hates his house. He hates everything about where the fuck he's at in life. But he did it because everybody told him he had to do it. It's kind of like going to college. College can be used to help people further themselves along in life and just develop a better life in general. But also, it can severely put you in debt and fuck up your whole life. There's a lot of people who have bought into college loans and stuff, and then they end up not getting a job in the position that they went for, or they end up with a severe amount of debt that they can't pay off. And sometimes people just go for the money in general. So they had, let's say they pay their debt off and they get into the position that they want. You just sacrificed 10 fucking 15 years of your life just to get into this position, and you may not even like it. What if you don't like it? What if you're tired of it? I mean, you got to have a real ambition and drive to be like a doctor or a police officer. Well, see, police officers don't have to go through college, which I think they should, but they don't. But lawyers, doctors, fucking scientists, engineers, architects, all these people who went to college, you got to be devoted to that shit. Like, you got to fucking be on it, dude. Because if you're not, and you decide later on, well, I kind of wasted 8 years of my life going to this school that I didn't want to be at and doing this job I don't want to do. That's what my brain thinks about all the time. Like, I'm always scared of mistakes I can't reverse. I think that's why I'm such a hypochondriac and why I worry about shit so much, is because you could drink one night and wake up the next morning, you're sober, right? But what if you make a mistake that you can't take back? Like, people say tattoos are like that, but even now there's tattoo surgery. Like, you can remove it. So that's not really a permanent life decision anymore because you can get rid of that. There's a lot of things that you can't get rid of. Like, you're fucking around, you're driving drunk and you kill somebody. Or you fucking you paralyze yourself doing something stupid. There's all kinds of things in life, and technology eventually will be able to help with like paralysis and shit. But there's a lot of things in this world that you cannot take back if you make a big mistake. And that's what scares me, because I don't want to take my life off course to an extreme extent because I made a certain mistake. That's why I try to limit all the. I think so much because I'm trying to limit all the mistakes that can be made. Even though there's a lot of mistakes out there that I can't foresee, and I'm not gonna be able to be like, oh shit, I did it, and now I fucked up. And then there's certain mistakes like drinking and spending money where I make that mistake again and again and again, and then I realize, oh shit, I'm doing it, and I get on a good path for a little while, then I always go back to doing stupid shit. And how do you get to a point in your life where you're not doing stupid shit? Or is that just fucking being human? I hate it. I overanalyze. Nobody judges myself more than I judge myself. So if I make a mistake, I am hyper analyzing that mistake. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you idiot? Why did you do this? And then I'm questioning why I'm doing shit and why I'm fucking around being dumb, because I don't like to be that way. I don't want to be an idiot. I don't want to be an idiot. It scares me. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be retarded. I guess stupid and retarded are the same thing to me. I ain't talking about mental disabilities. I'm just saying I don't want to be an idiot. I don't want to be low IQ or lack knowledge. That's why I like to search after it. Like, I watched, what did I watch last night? I was watching this Greek video, and I just try to watch things that teach me shit. It's fine. Well, I do watch a lot of dumb shit. Like, I watch like Ben 10 videos and shit, like people analyzing omnitrixes and shit. Just because it fucking sparks my curiosity. It's like, huh, I wonder what else is going on in here. And if we could do this type of shit in real life, which that's why I've talked to AI about stuff like that. I think I'm gonna go take a piss. It'll help me focus better. I'll be right back. Life gives me a lot of anxiety, dude. That's what I'm been thinking about, because that's why my brain thinks in the way it does. Because I get hyper anxiety. I start tweaking. I'm like, oh shit, this could happen, that could happen. What's gonna happen there? Oh shit, there's this, what is going on? My brain's always just overanalyzing everything. And I think that my body and brain's way of dealing with anxiety is to think about it more and more and more and more and more until I come up with a valid, logical solution within my head that makes sense. And then I can calm myself down. But I don't like to just think of a thought and then, all right, well, I'm going to think about that later. I don't like to suppress anything because then it makes me feel like I'm losing out on a lot of different thoughts that I could have or ideas that would pop into my brain. And so I started thinking about a lot of shit. I started thinking about, oh, okay, what could happen if I do this? What could happen if I do that? And that leads me to try to plan for the future. That's why I do everything I do, to be honest. And sometimes I forget that. Sometimes I forget it. I won't lie. Just because you get wrapped up in life and you just start living it, and it almost tries to take you on a roller coaster a lot of the time, I feel like, because there's always so much shit going on, so much shit taking your attention. You're distracted here, distracted there. Oh, I gotta pay this bill, gotta do that, gotta fucking do this. It's hard to remember that you gotta plan for your future. You gotta, because you want to be better in 5, 10, 15 years than you are now. So you got to keep fucking working and keep grinding in a certain direction, or else you're going to start declining. You're going to start seeing yourself fall. And it doesn't have to be in all areas. Your life doesn't have to completely fall apart right off the rip. Like, shit, I hit rock bottom. You don't have to hit rock bottom. That's the thing. Because if you see a certain thing going in a certain direction, like say that you're not able to pay your car payment, right? Let's say just that. And you're like, shit, I'm gonna start missing payments here soon. So then you gotta figure it out. Either call your company and see if you can negotiate lower payments for now, or regardless, you gotta make more money now, because if you got a payment that you're not being able to make, then you gotta be like, okay, well, or the thing is, you might make enough money. So may not be about making more money, but where is all your money going in general? Are you spending a lot of money on bullshit? Are you doing it with, like, are you going to movies all the time? Are you going out to eat all the time? Are you fucking spending it on clothes and shoes and this and that? If you can't make a payment, you got to figure out, okay, do I have in within my budget, if I fucking, how much do I make in this certain amount of time? And then you gotta make sure you have a little extra in the bank, but don't fuck with it. And put it, if you can't hold it in the bank, sometimes you just put it in a fucking safe. Take it out in cash, because it's a lot easier on a bank account to switch between the checkings and the savings. And so if you take it out in cash, well then it's not in your visible line of view all the time. So it's easier to just forget it's there, to be honest. I hear a water pump or something. But then that's your emergency fund. And you can't fuck around with the emergency fund, dude, because then you don't have money for other things. The emergency fund, I've been watching a lot of financial audit, all right? This is why my brain's thinking about this shit. Because I'm constantly spinning the financial aspect within my head, because I don't like being broke. And I'm sick of it. And I don't want to ever be broke again. Because I used to ride my accounts at zero fucking dollars and have nothing. No fucking shit. I'd have to use credit cards and shit like that. And then I realized over time, from watching financial audit and watching how other people dealt with money, that you can't just fucking spend all your money all the time. Like you got to have a certain cushion amount within your account, while simultaneously you can't just skip out on bills, because when I was at Winnebago, I wasn't making enough. And so, oh yeah, I was thinking about how I think too much. That's how we got on this topic. I forgot. It's like, where did any of this come from? But there was this time I worked at Winnebago, and I wasn't making enough money because we were only working like 4 days a week. And so I started getting low ass paychecks, which was crazy because I had just gotten a raise to $23 an hour. And I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of money to make at my age. And then all the overtime got cut. All of our fucking 40-hour days got cut because obviously overtime starts after 40 hours. And they would only allow us 36 hours or 34, something like that. Let's see. 4 times 8, 32. So 32-hour weeks. It was kind of fucked up. I'm just remembering it. Sometimes I forget. I stop thinking. I try not to think about the past because then it kind of fucks with you. Fucks with you. If you're trying to plan ahead and do shit that betters yourself, it doesn't really help to look in the past unless it comes up in your brain. Because if you're just sitting there thinking about the past all the time, this mistake you made, that mistake you made, this mistake you made, it kind of fucks with you. You can't fucking focus because you're like, okay, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why did I do this? Your brain's all over the place. So you got to get into a position where you it's going to come up. If you need the information from your mind, it's going to come up because it's just how brains work. They just think, or at least mine does. It just thinks. I don't have to invoke thought usually. Things just ideas pop in my head and I start thinking more in depth about certain other ideas and I'm like, okay, well, this is an interesting thought. And that's how you kind of philosophize. And you can use that to plan your future because you can't think about, okay, you got to figure out where your mistakes are being made, obviously. But then that's where you start to learn from them. You have to start to invoke other actions and things in your life that is going to put you on a better path. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's actually a pretty difficult thing to do because then you got to fight your old habitual tendencies of I'm doing this and doing that, and it's really hard. It's really fucking hard, especially when you're young because our brains are kind of stupid when we're young. So we fall into impulsivity a lot faster and a lot quicker. I'd say. Well, that's the same thing. Just a lot quicker, and we fall a lot quicker into impulsivity. Rather than like a 60-year-old person, I'm thinking, because they've been through life, they've seen a lot of the things that your brain will make you do, like, sex is cool. Dopamine, really. It's dopamine hits. And especially with technology, they didn't really grow up with technology like we did, but it does the same shit. It kind of fucks with your mind and makes your perception warped, kind of, because you're always looking at weird shit online. You're looking at fucking other people's thoughts. You're looking at videos, all kinds of weird shit that dopamine hits, and then it kind of becomes an addiction. To be honest, being online, like, a lot of people I know are addicted to being on their phones, and it's not healthy. I don't think it's healthy, but you also can't judge people for it because goddamn, I'm on my phone a lot too. Like I like to look at Twitter videos and I like to watch YouTube. I like to fucking do everything. I like my phone. I ain't getting rid of it, but we are all addicted to these motherfuckers. That's the thing. And it almost gets ingrained into our brains because my nephew, he just turned 3 actually, but he already knows how to work tablets pretty good. He knows how to work phones pretty good. And he knows how to work a Nintendo Switch pretty good. He can't work like the TV remote or nothing yet. His brain doesn't coordinate. This button does that. This button does this. He hasn't built those connections yet. But by just touching it and messing around with it, he's learned, okay, if I do this, that does this. So touchscreen, he's a lot better with. Yeah, I think. I think he's a lot better at when he can like, okay, because when you give him a remote, like a gaming remote, or you try to give him like a remote for a remote control car, he can't really figure it out. He just goes forward, backwards, forward, backwards. He doesn't like turn or do nothing like that. He kind of just pushes the button on the controller to make the thing go, I suppose. Yeah, but I forgot why I started talking about that, to be honest. I really did. Um, Now I gotta remember. I don't even know. Obviously, it wasn't that important. But suppose talking about anxiety and shit, and money, and money. We were talking about money. I remember. We were talking about money. That's the thing. If you can get that under control, get yourself like a little cushion, you're gonna be chilling. I don't know what. I went on a random ass spiel, and it kind of confused me because I'm like, oh, now I don't even know what I was trying to insinuate there. I just start talking, and then I forget what I was talking about before, and then I talk more. I don't know why. I just talk, dude. Oh yeah, we're talking about phone addictions too. It's really, it's kind of our fault, but it's also not our fault because these things are designed perfectly to be like hijacking of the mind. You just want to sit there and scroll all day long. And you're like, oh, I might find something good on here. My nose is itchy. I got these supplements over here. Been trying these out. These my community host defense. Just 17 different kinds of mushrooms in there. Healthy ones, medicinal. Chaga, maitake, reishi, cordyceps, real sun, enokatake, enokatake, Nasima, lion's mane, turkey tails, oyster mushrooms, artist conchs, Oregon ganoderma, agaricon, amadu, shiitake, birch polypore, and split gill polypore. They're just little capsules. It's fucking just mushrooms inside of them. You can get them online at Host Defense. They don't sponsor me, but I wish they would. Just, I don't know. It's supposed to help your immune system. It's supposed to help your brain a little bit. Help you think more clearly. I'm trying it out. I think it'll help a little bit. I've heard a lot of good things about medicinal mushrooms. Read a giant book on it. I think that there's a lot of fucking benefits to them. Jesus, this motherfucker, dude, right here. There's all kinds of mushrooms in here that help significantly. Let's see if I can find one. What do we got? What do we got? It's a fat ass book. Sometimes I forget where things are in it. Goddamn, mushrooms are so cool. I gotta read this book again. Definitely. I'm trying to read the Bible to be honest, but god damn it, I it doesn't interest me in the slightest. Sometimes I get like a weird I guess what would it be called? A weird like a weird idea, I guess. Trying to overthink this, but a weird idea works. I kind of get a weird idea sometimes to read it, but then I'm like, I don't want to read this shit. Once I get in there, it doesn't interest me that much because I like factual information. And to me, I mean, I'm going to say it, it's kind of a fictional book because it's based on a lot of stories that humans have told. I don't think it's like fully fictional. It's kind of like nonfiction, but it's also fiction because you don't know what's real and what's not in there. I'd rather read a dense scientific book where I know what's going to be in it. You know, I know that I'm going to be learning some cool information and shit. I don't want to just fucking read stupid ass books. But I'm not saying the Bible's stupid because it's kind of interesting, but it's not interesting in a enough of a manner to where I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. This is the coolest shit I've ever read. No, I'd rather read a scientific book for that shit. I think these are golden oysters, are they? About to find out. They are. Dude, golden oysters are the shit. You can find those in Lime Creek, dude. It's just fucking a healthy mushroom. No psychoactive properties whatsoever. Let's see. They're bright yellow. See if there's any cool shit to read in here. I'm sorry, I'm getting really into this book already, dude. I kind of forgot how cool it was. Shows a lot of cool ass shit in here. God damn it. I'm gonna have to read this again. Fucking one of Paul Stamets' books. They're sick, dude. It's a fucking dense book, and I've only read it once. But just looking through it, I can tell that I want to read it again. Because there's a lot of interesting shit in here. That's what I was trying to find, some mushrooms that help with cancer and shit, but maybe I flipped too fast. See if I can. Flipping slow as shit now. I'm sorry. This ain't very interesting to watch, but flip back to the same page. Yeah. Oh, turkey tails. Tremetis versicolor. How you say that? Tremetis versicolor. Interesting. Turkey tails. That means they're up here somewhere. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What we got? Anki. What do we have here? Some of them show the medicinal properties. That's what I'm trying to find. Some have cool medicinal properties. That's what we're looking for in here. But mycelial characteristics, that's not it, buddy. That's not it. What we got in here? What do we got? I don't know why I'm reading a book on here, to be honest. It got my attention and it locked me in for a second, but we're not doing it. What are we at here? We're at 33 minutes. 33 goddamn minutes. Dude, I don't want to stop reading this book now because I'm looking at it's just all interesting. I'm only flipping through it really fast, but I want to sit down and read it again. So I haven't read it in a long time. I just want to find one with like medicinal properties that I can read. Microscopic features. Harvest hints. Here we go. This mushroom has been the subject of numerous analyses for isolating constituents, both tumoricidal and immunomodulatory, for the treatments of cancer. Here we go. The cultured mycelium also produces anti-tumor compounds. That this mushroom produces compounds specifically increasing apoptosis apoptosis. Apoptosis. What an interesting word. In cancerous cells, but not in healthy cells, and also triggers an immune response, is notable. Yellowish metabolite exuded by the mycelium apparently has bactericidal properties, a contradiction not yet reconciled at the time of this writing is a report by Stigve et al. that specimens of A. blazei from Brazil contained 1,000 to 3,200 milligrams of agaricines. In comparison, another almond-flavored Agaricus augustus, is up to 2.2% agaricine content, while button mushrooms have up to 0.87%. So these ones help with cancer. That's what all those fancy words were saying. That's what my brain says, at least. Has immunopotentiating properties also. It's very interesting. There's just got a lot of interesting stuff in here. For some reason, I like reading about plants and shit that can help cure ailments. Because it's cool as fuck. You can find shit in nature for pain and. Goddamn. You can find shit for pain and all kinds of different shit. I don't know, man. I'm just a nerd reading shit. This book's badass. I gotta read it again. Very interesting book. Fucking pink oysters. There's all kinds of shit in here, dude. Wait, was that the fucking turkey tail? If that's the turkey tail, dude, we fucking hit the jackpot. This has to be, right? Where is it? Wait a minute. What the heck? What the fuck? That's reishi mushrooms. They look the same, kinda. In this book, at least, because it's black and white. Oh, I tore one of the pages. That's just sad. There's a turkey tail mushroom. Hell yeah. Now we're gonna fucking find the medicinal properties of this bad boy here. Tremetis versicolor is the source of PSK, commercially known as Crestin, responsible for several $100 million of sales as an approved anti-cancer drug in Asia. In clinical studies of 224 patients and 262 patients afflicted with gastric cancer and treated with chemotherapy, patients showed a decrease in recurrence and an increase in the disease-free survival rate when treatment was combined with a regimen of using the protein-bound polysaccharide from Tremetis versicolor. By all measures, the treatment was clearly cost-effective. PSK reduces cancer metastasis. Whew, big words in here, bud. PSK stimulated interleukin-1 production in human cells. PSK was also found to be a scavenger of free radical oxidizing compounds, superoxide anions, through the production of manganese superoxide dismutases. Jesus Christ. Forgot how fucking dense these words were. Highly water soluble, low cytotoxic polysaccharidopeptide isolated from this mushroom has been proposed as an antiviral agent inhibiting HIV replication based on an in vitro study. PSP is a classic biological response modifier. Jesus Christ, this is hard to read, dude. Holy fuck. Inducing gamma interferon, interleukin-2, and T cell proliferation, differing chemically from PSK in that it has rhamnose and arbutinose, while PSK does not, but has fucose. Dong et al. Reported that I don't know why I read it like that. It just looks like it's going to be in another language, so I read it like that. reported that a polysaccharide peptide in its refined form has not only anti-tumor properties, but elicits an immunomodulating response by inhibiting the proliferation of human leukemia cells while not affecting the growth of normal human peripheral lymphocytes. Yang et al. Also found that a smaller polypeptide significantly inhibited the growth of leukemia cells, and Kobashi et al. Showed that the protein bound polysaccharides of tremendous various color express superoxide dismutase, mimicking activity, antioxidating. Polysaccharides enhance the recovery of spleen cells subsequent to gamma irradiation. Conducted 2 clinical studies in the United States using arabina. I'm gonna finish reading this paragraph, dude. Gonna do it. Not in Arab inoxalane, a product from fermenting tremendous various color on rice that showed dramatic five-fold increase in NK activity within 2 months of treatment. PSK also has been found to be a strong antibiotic, effective against a lot of different shit and other micropathogenic to humans. Basically, what it's saying here, there's a lot of fucking shit that this thing can help with. There's a lot of medicinal properties that have been approved and tested and studied over a long periodically time. That is what it's saying. But that was hard. That was dense, dude. That was fucking dense. There's a lot of words in there that you're just like, whew, that's a big one. And we're gonna have to just look at that for a second and just figure out how to say it. Nutritional content's not known. I don't know, dude. I think mushrooms are pretty cool. I'm gonna have to go run soon. And I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Mason. Hang out with Adam. He wants to have a fire. And fires are pretty cool. So I'm thinking about it. It's supposed to be nice today. I'm gonna run. Then I'm gonna shower. See what time it is after that. And maybe I'll go to town. But I don't know. I love you guys.